I hope you're well. Welcome to my channel. This is where I talk about twin flame process, and these are the monthly readings for October 2023 by sun sign. And if you wanted to get a personal reading or do a Skype session, you can find out all about me on my website, and the link is in the description box below. And the readings are a bit late. Sorry about that. I don't know what's happened. I just feel like I disappeared somewhere for like most of September, so I got no memory of the month or of anything that went on, really. It's bizarre, and I feel like I've just kind of come back into being here. I've got a lot to talk about as well, about my own process and what's going on there, so I'll put some videos out about that sometime soon, and about the law of attraction and how that's all progressing with this twin flame process. So I'll look out for those videos if you're interested, sometime this month probably. Right then, so that's that, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a good month. Sagittarius, this is your reading for October 2023. So what have we got for Sagittarius? So I've got what they're showing me, it's like a caravan of people, and one of them has got a crown on, like a king. He is a king, in fact, and they're stopped at the base of a tree. The tree's upside down, so the roots are in the air. The stopping, right, so this is like the masculine coming to a stop, basically. And the stopping is like a kind of, it's just a pause. It's like taking a break. Stop to the base of a tree, taking a break, but the tree's roots are upside down in the air, so the tree is uprooted. So what does that mean? Something's coming into being, basically. Something's back to front. Something's coming back. Something's been pulled up by its roots. It's the end of something, and something's coming back. Right, so it's the masculine coming back again, is what we got in your reading, Sagittarius. And how he looks, this king, is he's got it's like when I say caravan, it's not really a caravan, but it's a way to describe it. It's loads of horses that he's got reined up, like you would have in the front of a carriage, I suppose. At first I thought they were people, but they're horses. So it looks like he's ready to go again. So like they're saying, it's just a pause, self-reflection, and then getting ready to go again. Let's get some cards out and have a look, because then they're showing me a car, and they're showing me the car with the wheels making swervy patterns behind as it's going along. Oh, I get it. So the tree that's uprooted, right, that's the alignment, it's the point of attraction. So that's like akin to the Ace of Wands, which is about point of attraction and the law of attraction. So it's coming towards his point of attraction, basically. But it's been a long and arduous journey, and like everything's had to be turned on its head. That's why the tree's uprooted. It's the birth of him as a new person, and that's why the horse is, because it's ready to get going as a new person, basically. But it's been like a hard road for the masculine. That's why they've got the swervy tracks at the back of the car, because it's like almost he's like been swerving along, like a journey process, like one step forward, two steps back, or two steps forward, one steps back, or to the sides even, and that's not hitting point of attraction. So sometimes he's coming to his point of attraction, but he's gone right off course again. And this is where he stopped at the tree, and that is stopped at point of attraction, right? And it's like a pause, and it's like a reset, they're saying. They just said reset, and they said reframe, and that's like assessing everything and self-reflection, and then ready to get going again. And they're showing me him like scratching his nose. You know when someone's thinking and they're just scratching at the side of their nose because they're kind of in their own thought, and they're like he's not stressed, right? They're not showing me him stressed. They're just showing me him like pausing and scratching his nose, and it's very calm. It's actually very calm, and saying, "Is it time? Is it time to do it now?" And he's in trance as well. He's going into trance. So let's see what they're. And when you go into trance is when you're overtaken by your higher self, and your higher self makes you do something, or tells you it's time to do something, and you do it. So just so you know, so your masculine is waiting for the time to come back to you, contact you. He's waiting to be told it's the right time. So whoever's listening to this, you got to know your masculine counterpart is highly, highly psychic as well. So twin flames are psychic. Otherwise, you wouldn't know you were a twin flame. They all come here to be like develop psychic abilities and highly attuned to higher self. Might not show straight away, but you come into it at some point, right? But that's not just the feminine; it's the masculine as well. So you both are. Masculine has a harder time accepting it and letting it kind of be the deciding factor in life, because they work from ego, so they like to override higher self, because that's what the masculine does. But they do come into alignment of operating from higher self, so accepting it, that feminine side of themselves, and working from that feminine side primarily, right? So this is what he's about to do. He's about to start working from that side of self primarily and make that, you could say, choice to not go with the ego. It's like he's listening, waiting for higher self to say it's time. So made that choice even. Cards. We got 9 of Pentacles, which is the feminine in power. So it's his feminine side, right, coming into power, basically. So if you look at yourself, how you know this is coming about inside yourself is because you'll be empowering yourself. You'll feel aligned inside yourself. Your masculine and feminine completely aligned, so you'll feel absolutely fabulous. Right, that's how you're going to feel. You're going to be feeling ready to take on the world, yourself, like I can do anything. The world is my oyster. Anything I set my mind to, which remember is the ego, I can do that. But I can also just be in that energy, that palpable kind of energy of like the wait and see, of like, let's see what's showing up for me, where you don't stress or worry about the future. So it's higher self and it's physical self aligned. It's feminine and masculine aligned. So you'll notice it in yourself, and it's going to be the same in your twin flame. So that's how you know it's in them as well. And then we've got 7 of Pentacles, which is showing up in the physical world. It's a fruition in the physical world. So something about to drop into the physical world and manifest as the apple drops from the tree. Justice. So again, it's equality, it's balance, it's the right thing. It's just the time, basically. Justice is about the right thing about to happen in its right timing. And then we've got Temperance, dark to light. So that's the same as we said in the previous reading. It's about something showing up from the light side, from the feminine side, something coming from the higher self. Judgment, destiny. 3 of Wands on the horizon, vibrationally. So it's about to show up. That's about to show up there. You've got about to show up there. You've got about to show up there. You've got the time is right there. You've got the time is right there. Coming from creation through pain, right? So it's justice on the pain. So the pain is right. Not the pain is right, but the pain is all right. Like the pain is probably gone by now. So you're probably feeling all right most of the time, which is how it has to be, because that's alignment with a point of attraction. And the 5 of Cups, which is what the love that exists that can't be seen. So that's the one about to show up. in the Seven of Pentacles. And Nine of Pentacles, Judgment, and emotions, Seven of Cups. So this is like Seven of Cups is every single emotion you could possibly imagine, and it's lessons around all the emotions. So what the lessons are around all the emotions is understanding what that emotion is telling you about yourself, right? So all emotion has a reason, and it's not and it's understanding the reason for it showing up. And that's both inside yourself and it's inside your twin flame process. So you have all sorts of emotions showing up through your process. And these emotions are coming sometimes from yourself and sometimes from your twin flame. And the majority of time when it's a negative or lower emotion, well, you don't feel lower if you're a twin flame. You only feel negative. Lower would be things like jealousy and envy, which you don't feel if you're a twin flame because you're an empath and you're not a sociopath. Or you might vaguely feel them just about, but then it goes away and you're like, oh no, I don't feel like that, actually. But things like anger and aggression that are part of grief, you will feel things like that. Feeling like, hate is something like hatefulness towards life itself, like anger at life, that kind of stuff. You'll feel negative emotions. And those are masculine emotions, basically. Those come from the masculine side. So it's about lessons around every single emotion and how it's, and becoming one with every single emotion, right? Here, which is the power of the feminine, to become one with every emotion. So going towards that emotion and understanding it rather than trying to run away from your own feelings and hide from them, because this is the power of the feminine. When the feminine can embrace every single emotion, she has ownership of herself, right? So the masculine has a feminine side. For the masculine to move forward, they need to be in harmony with their feminine side. They need to have grasped an understanding of their own self and their emotions. Three of Cups underneath, which is happiness and celebration. There's an essential energy here, they're saying, underneath, which is about feeling not just all right, but feeling like life is to be celebrated, basically. Destiny, feeling that life has to be celebrated. And grasping the bull by both horns, they're saying, and being ready to take charge of life, which is the Nine of Pentacles woman. So but this is the masculine, they're saying, right? Because they showed all that stuff at the beginning. So the masculine getting ready to make a leap into the unknown, basically. Let's just go here, which is there in the Three of Swords, and this is the leap, the dark to the light. Destiny process, so it's still in process, because we see him at the bottom of the tree, right, and he's paused and he's ready to take form. And then celebration underneath, relationship. It's a big one. Hierophant is the big relationship, right? First comes the relationship with self, as in here, the emotions, the abundance, and then comes the relationship with someone else. So this is about relationship with someone else about to come in. Let's go on her wisdom. So that's the wisdom that it takes, right? The wisdom of the emotions. Let's go on the emotions and the healing that occurs through the wisdom, through understanding one's own emotions, basically. And just understanding emotions will always exist. You can't get rid of your emotions in a human state. They have to be there. But it's about recognizing them. And what is true healing in terms of that? It's not being afraid of your own emotions. It's just being able to work with your own emotions. It's almost being in a preemptive state around your own emotional state. So knowing what triggers you and knowing what might trigger you. And being, not being on tenterhooks and in a state of resistance and nervous and scared, but just being aware that life throws up all sorts of situations that can cause you to go into all sorts of different emotions. And if you know that, then you have more power and control over how you're going to end up in that present moment around what's happened. It's recognizing self, basically. Wisdom, healing around emotions, recognition of self, and how self organizes around physical conditions, occurrences. Justice, timing, right time. Three of Swords on the pain, created through pain, and someone reaching out. So it's basically overcoming that, right? So it's about to be overcome. Someone reaching out, that's Six of Pentacles, and then Seven of Pentacles, which is something coming into the physical. And again, you've got confirmation, Knight of Pentacles coming into the physical, so that's healed and moving into the physical. Five of Cups, and we've got Wounded Warrior coming around, the masculine at the end of their process, that pause at the bottom of the tree, ready to come back to the love that was got, the love that was lost, right? Oh, we could go into that in so many different, we will have to do a video on that. You know, this is about a love that they just couldn't deal with, because first of all, they had to learn to love themselves. So how do they learn to love themselves? They accept their feminine side, they accept their emotional side, they learn to work with their own emotions. They learn to accept their own emotions. You can only be emotional by accepting your own emotions, right? Otherwise, you're just going to push all your emotions away and you're going to stay in ego. And you're going to be like, I won't feel, I don't feel, I'm not going to feel, which is the whole wounded masculine, right? So they've healed that. Temperance, dark to light, that's dark to light, that's healed. Love comes from love, Eight of Cups. So love comes from love, which is the 8. Again, infinite connection. Twin flames, infinite connection. Love comes from love, coming back to what you love, but only once you've learned how to love. And that means you have to love everything. Everything. You have to love your past, your future. You have to love what you don't know, what you do know. You have to love everything around you. Even if you don't love it, you have to love what you don't love. Right? So you can not love it as much as you want, as long as you love that you don't love it. Do you see what I mean? It's everything. Love comes from love. Three of Wands on the horizon, and the Devil, what you draw to you through that. Love comes from love. There's no way out in that case, right? If you love what you don't love, if you even love that, then love comes from everything, absolutely everything. You could be like, I don't like grey and white socks, but I love that I don't like them. Right? I love that I don't like those grey and white socks. Let me go and look some more of them. Let me wear them again. You know, it's like, if you can love absolutely everything, then all that will come to you is of love. And only what will come to you is of love. It's what you bring, right? You bring love from love. So that's the lesson of the twin flames. And then you will only bring love. And love is acceptance, right? Because you accept those socks that you don't even like, means you love those socks. And acceptance is twin flames. Because let's face it, at some point these two people separated because they could not reconcile with their emotions around that person that they were with. And that's both of them, masculine and feminine. Both of them. Because both are programmed to overcome the human construct of relationship, which is, I should be with that person because that person looks good on paper, right? So, and I shouldn't be with that person because although I've got so much feeling for that person and the chemistry is so strong, I worry that they will not be good for me, right? That's all human frailty. So, and the overcoming of that is loving without boundaries, basically. So that's what's coming for you this month. I'll leave it at that. Lots of love. Take care. See you next time.